Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achakadash. Once again, I want to say, call halal Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And as always, I want to give much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, Akim, right, the elect of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is word with all truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And today's lesson, is going to go into a statement that the king of Babylon, President Joe Biden, stated that a nuclear war with Russia is very, very highly likely. All right, and this actually stems by way of a statement that I heard while I was at work today. This Jake that sits across the street from me, this Jake that sits across the way from me. And, I was just, I'm sitting there at my job or whatever. And I heard him make a statement. He wasn't talking to me, but, I just was just listening. And he was like, man, what's up with President Biden saying that there's about the nuclear war is likely, so, he's like, why I had to talk about fears of nuclear war going on, and when I heard that, it made me think in my head, of course, precepts started flying through my head, but it made me think about the scripture that says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a woman that travaileth with child. You see, in the majority of our people, our majority of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have no clue what's getting ready to happen. All right, they think that, they really honestly think that nuclear war is pretty much like a fairy tale in a sense, in a sense, whereas they think that, there can't be no nuclear war because, all life would end, and nuclear war, thermonuclear destruction is prophesied in the scriptures to happen. And America is going to be the number one place where these missiles are going to completely burn this place up. Okay, and the land of Israel. Okay, so this is from informationliberation.com. And as you see here on the title, it says, Biden says risk of nuclear Armageddon at highest level since 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. And when you go into the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, it's pretty much whereas Cuba had their missiles pointed, they had their missiles pointed at America and vice versa. See, but of course, no missiles got shot off because prophecy had to be fulfilled at the end of the day. But war, the rumors of war are being fomented even more. Okay, matter of fact, it's making me think of a precept that's coming to my head. It says an alarm of war. I think it's in Joel. Let me see real quick. I'm sorry, now this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 19. It says, my bowels, I am pained at my very heart. My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. You see? And that's our job as prophets. Okay, our jobs as prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is to warn, all right, is to warn our people what's getting ready to come. Whether our people hear or whether they forbear, our job is to warn and to blow the trumpet. Okay, you have other camps and other groups that aren't blowing the trumpet, whereas the majority of these people are going to be left out there, man. You see, and a lot of blood is going to be upon their hands for that because they're not focused on prophecy. They're not focused on what's getting ready to happen. They're focused on building up their so-called carnal kingdom on this side. Well, as we read here, as I said, as Jeremiah said, he said, "Oh my soul, the sound of the trumpet and the alarm of war," which Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring, as it is written in Amos, the 3rd chapter. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? You see? So this is all the doings of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, it says the adults are back in the room The adults are back in the room, and the risk of nuclear Armageddon has never been higher. You see that? We're at a time right now where a great destruction is going to be cataclysmic, man. That's why when you read in Isaiah the 9th chapter, Isaiah 9, and we'll get to the point. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood." You see the ancient fighting style of how war and fighting was back then. It was close combat. You know, you have swords, shields, spears, horses, elephants. You know, you would have engines of war as well, but it was close contact, right? It says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this next world war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, because what? Knowledge has increased. Weaponry has increased. Now you can shoot a missile from Russia to the United States, or vice versa, or these different various countries, and it can get there in a matter of minutes. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is the one that's orchestrating his missiles for judgment. The scripture says that the Lord created the waste to destroy. He's the one that created the smith that blows the coals in the fire. This is all Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is doing for a greater purpose. All right, for the destruction of Babylon the Great. All right, and for the salvation of the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. You see? Let's go back to it. Now, this is a tweet. It says, "You don't have to worry about my tweets when I'm president." This is from HuffPost Politics. President Joe Biden says the risk of nuclear Armageddon is at the highest level since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay? It says from AP, Biden nuclear Armageddon risk high since 1962. President Joe Biden said on Thursday that the risk of a nuclear Armageddon, all right, a nuclear Armageddon is at the highest level since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, as Russian officials speak of the possibility of using tactical nuclear weapons after suffering massive setbacks in the 8-month invasion of Ukraine. You see, and it's the spirit how it's Russia. Because when you read in Revelation the 20th chapter, what does the prophecy say? Was it already there? No, that was Isaiah 20. Revelation the 20th chapter, the prophecy says, and I'm just going to jump straight into the point. Revelation chapter 20, verse 7, it says, "And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan," all right, which Satan here is talking about Esau, all right, because Esau is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan on the planet Earth, right? "Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle." What's that? World War III. And it's not just going to be the United States or Babylon and Russia. All right, it's not just going to be those two. All right, it's going to be a world war. Okay, you're going to have Babylon, Russia, Iran, China, okay, Saudi Arabia, Germany, France, you know, Great Britain, Canada, South Africa, Brazil, India, you know, various Pakistan, Iraq, all these different nations are going to be involved, man. Okay, it says, "And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together for battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea." And you have Russia that actually has a missile called the Trident. I want to say it's called the Poseidon. It's either called the Poseidon or the Trident missile, one of those two. But pretty much it's a missile that they have in a submarine, whereas they can detonate it underwater and it can create a tidal wave, man, off the coast of a major city and completely wipe that city out, man. You see, it's going to be all kinds of mayhem and chaos happening when these missiles launch. See, it's going to be earthquakes. It's going to pretty much go past the Richter scale. It's going to be tsunamis. You know, the earth is going to rock to and fro. That's this next world's war is going to be it. You see? And then on top of that, that has more greater powers, the chariots are going to come, man. The angels. You see? And when the angels come, man, the angels in them, right? It says, speaking at a fundraiser for the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, Biden said Russian President Vladimir Putin was a guy I know fairly well, right? And the Russian leader was not joking when he talks about the use of tactical nuclear weapons or biological or chemical weapons. And he ain't playing. You see, because the scripture says that he's going to put an evil thought into their mind. What's that, Ezekiel 38? Right, this is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, a wicked scheme, an evil thought, right? And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, which that word unwalled villages, I want to say is Batak. Let's see. Okay. Wait, hold up. Unwalled. Okay. Maybe that's the word for, okay, that's the word. You got, Batak is like security, but okay, I'll stand corrected. Unwalled villages is, you got Parawazium. The root word is paraz. All right. You got Parawazium, an open region, an unwalled village in America. I did a lesson on this a couple weeks ago. America's defense systems are completely, pretty much, their missile defense systems are unable to stop any kind of ICBM missile threat. You see? So the Lord systematically has Babylon completely singled out and completely wide open for a major attack. All right, so it says, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest. Okay? And these people here in America are completely delusional. They're completely delusional. They're drunk off the Babylon juice. All these different philosophies and wine, they're completely drunk and gone. Okay? That word rest is shaquat, which means to be quiet, be tranquil, be at peace. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Be quiet, rest, lie still, be undisturbed. Because you can still go out and about and do your daily things. You can still go out and about. You know what I'm saying? You can go to clubs, you can do this, you can do that. You can do all these various different things. But here very soon, all that's going to be gone. All that's going to be done. You ain't going to be able to go to the grocery store and get any kind of food that you want. You ain't going to be able to go to, as these people like to eat, McDonald's and Wendy's and Taco Bell and, you know, all these different various things. Go on vacations, you know, go to the mall, buy some clothes, you know, order some weed from online. All that shit's going to be done, you know? So it says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, which goes into a protection, to take a spoil and to take a prey. And that spoil and that prey that's going to be taken is pretty much America, man. They ain't going to come here and take its riches. No, to take a spoil and a prey means to completely wipe it clean, right? To turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. This is talking about America, man. The great melting pot. You see, you come here and you make money. That's why it says cattle and goods represent money, resources or riches. Okay. Biden added, we have not faced the prospect of Armageddon since Kennedy in the Cuban Missile Crisis. He said, and they're using, and the Lord has it to whereas through the Spirit, they're using words like Armageddon. You know, here in the news, you got more talks about like I said, the guy at my job. It's a regular, everyday individual, man. What's up with these guys? What's up with Biden talking about a nuclear war is likely. People talking about nuclear weapons. Because that's what's getting ready to come. That's coming down the pipe, man. And a majority of these people are going to be caught as the thief in the night. That's what's getting ready to happen. And our job as the prophets is to warn you, but what's going to happen? A majority of our people they're not going to take heed and listen. Okay? It says, he suggested that the threat from Putin is real because his military is, you might say, significantly underperforming. Pretty much underperforming where? They saying that they're underperforming in Ukraine. So he's like, look, a tactical nuke might be the next thing that they have since their military is underperforming and taking particular key strategic areas, right? It says, I don't think there is any such a thing as the ability to easily use a tactical nuclear weapon and not end up in Armageddon. You see that? Because once something like that happens, it's going to be on and popping. Now we understand and we know through the spirit that the MOTB has to be pushed on a worldwide scale before all hell breaks loose on that scale. Okay, we understand and we know that. He says he added that he was still trying to figure out Putin's off ramp in Ukraine. Okay, then you got this whole ordeal going on over there in the Baltic Sea, whereas the Nord Stream 1 and the Nord Stream 2 pipeline pretty much got sabotaged. You see? And that's another means that could create a major conflict, man. Whereas you stopping the energy flow from a major to a major country, to a major nation. And it just randomly so-called quote unquote just happened. So all these things, matter of fact, let's end it off on this one. I know it's in the book of, I want to say it's in the book of Jeremiah. Let me see. Let's get this one. This is the one We'll actually read both of these. This is Jeremiah 51:46. It says, and lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall come a rumor. So there's going to be rumors after rumors. Did not the Lord say that there's going to be wars and rumors of wars? Absolutely, the Lord said that. So we understand and we know what time that we're in. Okay? It says, in violence in the land, ruler against ruler. You see that? You got all these different rulers going up against one another, man. And Babylon itself is single-handedly singling itself out. And its only ally is going to be Israel. And we understand and we know what's going to happen. Last verse, in Ezekiel 7:26, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients. You see, so we understand and we know that at this time that we're in right now, when these rumors begin to happen, eventually the famine of the word is going to happen very soon. You see? So I just wanted to do this lesson. You know, it was a quick lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who taught us his truth, and peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Shalom.